North Korea warns of full-blown war if more reckless remarks from South.
Here's a summary of the article.
North Korea has lashed out in retaliation to comments made by the South Korean defense minister, with warnings of disaster and full-blown war. Kim, who South Korea's spy service says is the North's #2 official behind her brother, further derided Soo as reckless and warned that the South could face a serious threat, The Guardian reported. Soo made his comments on Friday during a visit to South Korea's Strategic Missile Command, stating that the country is ready and able to launch preemptive strikes should it be determined that the North intends to launch its own attack. North Korea recently began running missile tests again, including its first intercontinental ballistic missile in around 4 years. South Korean President Moon Jae-in has urged for greater reconciliation between the two nations, but the new missile tests appeared to have thrown a wrench into the works. South Korea may face a serious threat owing to the reckless remarks made by its defense minister. South Korea should discipline itself if it wants to stave off disaster. He warned the South that any slight misjudgment and ill statement rattling the other party under the present situation could lead to a dangerous conflict and a full-blown war. Should South Korea make good on its talk about preemptive strikes, Pak said North Korea will mercilessly direct military force into destroying major targets in Seoul and the South Korean army in return.
This post received a score of 38,000, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
South Korea. If we discover that North Korea is preparing to shoot us, we'll shoot them first. North Korea. We'll shoot you harder. Pretty much a big steaming pile of absolutely nothing.
We'll threaten you harder.
I'd threaten me so hard.
Hit me with your missile, BB.
Nuclear threats are so last month. I'm pretty sure North Korea has one working nuclear missile. The other 10 are duds for state parades.
You can only threaten war so many times before everyone just ignores you.
Or threaten anything constantly. Looking at you, Russia.
I mean, it worked for a long time. Ironically, following up on their threats finally killed the effectiveness of Russia's threatening.
A good portion of international relations are judging if war threat number 3569743 is like number 7764 and completely toothless, or if it's like number 106 and actually should be taken seriously this time.
Yes, but with NK do we have an instance where they were serious? Edit. For those comparing the Russian invasion of Ukraine to NK attempting the same on SK, you do realize that SK's military is in the top 10 world's most powerful while NK's doesn't even break the top 20.
They know if any fighting actually broke out, their military would fold like Saddam Hussein's did in Gulf War I.
Yes, but not before millions of Korean civilians would be put in the line of artillery fire, unfortunately.
The thing is, that threat only works before you start firing. Once you've started firing, that artillery goes from being a deterrent against an attack to being a reason to attack as soon as possible.
Which paradoxically means they'll never actually use them.
He's just pissed someone took over the title of most hated dictator.
Kim, play nicely. Putin can have the hate now. You can get it after lunch during recess.
The interview 2 inches incoming. Sony's too much of a pussy. Fake threats from North Korea fucked the first one over despite the fact that North Korea has no reach outside of their own country or China.
Greater than despite the fact that North Korea has no reach outside of their own country or China. I am reminded of the North Korean embassy in London crying because a local barbershop used pictures of Cake Boy's shitty haircut as a bad hair day poster. Reps from the embassy actually showed up and complained about it being disrespectful, and the guy who ran the business just told them that he lives in a democracy and doesn't have to listen to them. They even tried to get the police involved, as the guy later found out when he phoned the police to report the visit just in case they came back and caused trouble, and the police told him that the NKs had already contacted them. In the end, nothing happened other than the poster being successful and drawing in new customers after the media reported on the incident.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.